No! God! No! God, please, no! 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 No!
You must die!
Time to finish this. I did it! Dad! Is that all you got? Don't give up now!
Hey guys, what's up? The Ultimate 647 here, and here we are, 300 subs. And I bet at least 250 of you are here only for the mods. People even watch my streams, I don't even know. I don't know. Anyways, hello, that was SonGohanic. Yeah, that was interesting. I liked it. I made 2 of them, so I don't know. But, yeah. Anyways, a little while ago, I asked on Twitter to do a Q&A thing, and I got quite a few questions I think we'll look at today. So, why did you start modding, and who were some of your inspirations from Onifox? Honestly, I can answer this 2 ways. I started modding in general a long time ago, back when I saw videos of modded Brawl. I was a very gullible kid and thought you could unlock that stuff with, like, cheat codes, you know? Imagine my surprise when I see the likes of Roy and Mewtwo and such fighting on some weird vampire station Brawl of all things. I was hooked. Didn't help that I had an IRL friend that only made me more gullible, telling me things like a mark taboo after beating subspace on every save file and very hard in under 5 hours. Yeah, he was one of those kids. It was only years later that I figured out that they weren't part of the vanilla game, but instead were modifications. Then I found Brawl Vault, Project M, etc., etc. I fell in love with Project M only for the costumes, really. But I loved the idea of modifying one of my favorite games. I'll even use some of your old mods, Mr. Onifox. Remember the Game Grumps? I use that. Yeah. My very first mod was a Packer-based recolor for someone's football Mewtwo, and I remember being so scared to ask this guy if I could edit his mod, thinking I'd be crucified or something, but he was just like, yeah, sure. Here we are. I wanted to do a lot more texture mods for Brawl, even some model edits involving other in-game assets, but all really simple stuff, you know? Now, if you see some of my early streams, you'd see this little Almar Doge thing. That was one of my Brawl mods, and I'm so incredibly proud of the little thing. Eventually, I left Brawl modding and did like 2 Smash 4 texture mods. Then, whatever I was obsessed with at the time. About a year ago in 2018, I looked at FighterZ and thought about all of the Xenoverse mods and thought, yeah, I can do that too, just watch me, I'm the master at this. And then proceeded to make some alright texture mods. Black, anyone saw those in the videos I did? The model imports. My first model import ever was for FighterZ of Super Mario 64 Mario over an avatar. And let me tell you, I didn't even know what a material was before making it. Like, FZ modding is hard, even for an avatar, and definitely a lot harder than Xenoverse modding. Oni does modness only for Xenoverse for a reason. But trying to make sense of all of the very basics of models was extreme to an extent. Armatures, materials, rigging, just gonna go die in an effing hole. Portions, doubles, it was all a mess. However, I was, like, what, the 2nd person to import a model and the 3rd or 4th to import over a fighter, so safe to say I think I was unwatched by a few people. Don't get me wrong, my mods are crap. Please don't mention Badman 1.0 around me. Just don't make me cry. But I was making progress. I also hope that all of this would help me somehow with my future game dev career that I wanted to follow, and learning all of this model knowledge has certainly helped. At least I think so. As for who my inspirations were, well, first of all, the product and dev team, they're the one that kind of started this whole thing with me modding in the first place. They made all the custom skins, which, as I said, is all I really care for. Not gonna lie. Project Dev was fun. I kind of preferred over Brawl, but customs were really right at, man. But then, when FZ came around, or whenever I saw those universe mods, you're probably one of the first to come to mind, Oni. You showing up and flaunting your first baby Vegeta mod with custom normals and 2 different models and saying it was bad was just mind-boggling. I was like, oh god, if he calls that bad, then no way I can get better. Eventually, after learning what normals were and having others do them for me because I was terrible at them before we got the new tool, I started to get better. While I may not have the quality control you have, I do think that I've at least gotten better or on par with the early works. I'm Vegeta to your Goku, if you will. That time probably like Majin Buu Saga Vegeta to end of Super Goku. Catch my drift. Then there was Zan 2, aka the Normals guy in the Fighter server. While I didn't mess with Normals too much, I knew that he made some damn good mods, especially considering his sadly unreleased Wii Scheme mods for the Blues being some of the best at the time. Others Mistako, I know he did Brawl and Xenoverse mods, but they were always my favorites to mess around with back in the day. The day he joined the FZ mod server was just the reality check for me. You guys were idols to me back in the day, and being able to just see your thought processes and how good you guys were while still being able to just chat was really surreal those first few months. Alright, I'm sorry for taking so long. Next question! This is honestly so great by It's Matthews. I mean, yeah, SonGohanic's pretty neat. A long time ago, back in those FZ early days, there was a guy named Beats who made a Sonic mod, and it exploded that day. Jeez. People were covering it, stealing his video previews. Like 7 people did that. I had to like look for them all. And the fun thing is, it never released. In roughly October, when Beats started to talk again in the Fighter server, there was a discussion about a Sonic mod. And Oni or someone was like, hey, what if we all made Sonic mods or else you'd kill us? And here we are. But it was a silly challenge that I had fun taking part in. Speaking of which, use all the recolors. First person to name the references for all 14 gets a cookie. Who's your favorite superhero and why is it Pepsi Man? By LimeX199. Spider-Man is the best superhero, do not at me, children! Can you finish reading this entire question from start to finish within the span of... Have you been modding in other games? By Zen2650. I already talked about FighterZ and Brawl, but all of my other modding adventures were pretty short-lived. The best example I can think of was Sonic Adventure, oddly enough. Made like 2 or 3 recolors of the second game. If anyone can find those, good job on you. You know your Ultima lore. There's also Death Road to Canada. I did a couple custom characters for that. Super Mario 64 to an extent. And really just a lot of mini tests that never went public. Maybe you guys can suggest some games I can get into modding, no? Maybe? Comments? Twitter? Or something? I don't know. Why did you think releasing such evil into the world would be a good idea? I don't know, but I have an odd need to beat the beats out of Oni. Can you say this sentence? Jag en bra Draculor Krikaris mother. Jag en bra Dracula. Just gonna translate.
Jag är en bra dragkulor, tigares mottare.
Jag en bra Dracula Krikaris mother. I am a good Dragon Bullets Warriors Z modder. Next mod is Dragon Bullets. Do you have Ligma by your boy Saitsu? I don't know, did you catch any Ride-On? Why not Gonic? Nintendo Dave 2. Alright, that name is a goner. It's been gone since Gohan has been gone from Super, and he's gone from the Broly movie, so really I didn't use Gonic because we're all goners. Gone. Kid Vegeta on Halloween. But like, everyone I showed this to said it was Vegeta, which is unsurprising. Everyone in FC has the same face unless you're a girl or Krillin. I gotta know, man, what's your favorite SpongeBob character besides Patrick? By Lane Plain. Oh, you know, that's actually a really good question. If you don't know, or if you haven't looked at my channel at all, I modded SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward into FighterZ. And I was, like, back in those days, I was just known as the SpongeBob meme guy. My favorite character? I think that'd be Mr. Krabs, honestly. I really liked him. He was really cool. He was the muddy guy. I always thought he was funny. Maybe Plankton because of his voice. He's basically Cell. Maybe I'll do Mr. Krabs next. I'm new here, but have you ever done any stage mods? If not, have you thought about doing any? I actually have done a stage mod over the lobby. It's kinda dead. It's a bunch of Mario 64 stuff over the toads and like the training area. It's a lot harder. Well, not really harder. In fact, I'd probably argue it's a bit easier. I think I just picked a really bad stage to start with because the lobby's filled with so much junk. But like, it's very different from actual fighter characters because there's a bunch of props. It's a bunch of props you have to replace. And like, there's a lot of textures and the materials right. And really, it's just a mess, and I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you really know what you're doing. So yay! About how many hours does it take to go sicko mode on average? Bob, I can't tell if you're memeing me or not, but if you mean like get done mode, then honestly probably like a week. It depends on how far I am on it. Like with Gogeta, way back when I did that, or like, God, bad man, I'm gonna talk about him. I just wanted them done like after like a month of working on them. Like those two specifically took like, Gogeta took like 2 or 3 months, Batman took 1 or 2 months. But like just getting stuff done on general, I don't know, like again, it depends on the mod, it depends on how long I've been working on it. It just takes a while to want me to get stuff done, you know? I am very, problematic, we'll just go with that word. And yeah, that concludes this Q&A. Years since I started FighterZ modding, oh my god. It's kind of surreal. Chances are this is being uploaded on my birthday, which is January 23rd. 3 days after that would be the 26th, aka the official anniversary to FighterZ. So surreal, kind of. I'm gonna be probably doing this for another year. Yeah. Anyways, I just want to thank you all for a great year of FighterZ modding. Here's to another one. I do plan to mod this for at least another year. And I also want to make mods over everyone in the story mode so I can do a story mode modded Let's Play with a bunch of my mods. I think I'm actually almost halfway done with all the story mode characters. I don't know if that's going to take a year. That's probably going to take longer than a year because I still got a bunch of characters to go through. But like, yeah. Anyways, thank you all for sticking through with me. I don't stream much or do much of anything anymore thanks to YouTube being done with its things. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day. And bye-bye!